And Ishan was slow to get going. And it's difficult after a rain break. You've been sat around for 30 odd overs.
After a lunch break too. That's struck about, that's close. Huge appeal from behind the bowler's arm. Umpire looks to still be thinking about it. Maybe just sliding down leg. That looks mightily close.
It did indeed, and that's excellent bowling from Greenwood, targeting the stumps. And again, Ishan just seems to be a little bit off the match pace, a little bit.
Now round the wicket, Greenwood to the left-hander. Inside edge brings a single. And Kushal and 5 away will go to the opposite end and stay off strike for the start of the next over. Birrell to continue then. And these two building up some good pressure. And would you agree the rain break has helped Jersey?
I think it's definitely slowed the momentum down and the shift in gear that was supposed to come from Nepal. Absolutely. And as you're building up towards the last 15 overs, you're definitely looking to go off and get going. But yeah, 100% agree. Jersey in the taking full advantage of this rain break.
Birrell was the man to take the wicket after the delay. Leg, there's a chance for a stumping, incredible piece of work from Jake Dunford. What keepers' dreams are made of. Standing up to the pacer, taken down the leg side, and a whip with the bails. As the new batter, Pandey, looked to turn it down towards his fine leg. Now we have raved about this, Labit. That is world-class wicket-keeping. 177 for 4.
Yeah, fantastic little bit of work there from the gloveman behind. Excellent takedown leg side. Awareness, speed, and execution. 3 fantastic attributes from a keeping perspective. And again, Ishan just looked a little bit slow to maneuver around. Again, didn't look convincing to me. Although he got a single in the process, but it didn't look convincing to me at all.
Yeah, Pandey wasn't in the squad for Nepal's last fixture. T20 final against Hong Kong, so not a performance he would have hoped for. But the new batter, Arif Sheikh, in at number 6. And that rain break, as we mentioned, has definitely served Jersey a huge favour, but it was definitely up to them to make sure it counted. And Jersey, arguably, we said before the drinks break, add 2 wickets on, and 177 for 4 looks incredibly different now. They've made them pay.
Yeah, and Birrell's been fantastic. He's put the ball in the right area, used the variations, allowed the pitch to play the demons, if you like, but he's been fantastic. Great bit of glove work to support. Fantastic team performance.
The defence from new batter Sheikh. The dynamic has changed out there now. Jersey sound on top, they feel on top. The momentum is definitely going the way of the men in red and blue. A nice drive to get off the mark for Sheikh. First cheer in a while from Nepalese contingent up on the bank. And Birrell, the man to take both wickets after the delay, has been an inspired bowling decision.
Yeah, and I think on this sort of wicket, this sort of surface, the ideal bowler to be bowling. George obviously brings a lot of pace, but the variations that Birrell has, fantastic.
So Kushal now 5 runs away. A couple of balls left in the over. So from 172 for 2 to 177 for 4 in Nepal. Could this be the start of a mini collapse? Who knows? Birrell with ball in hand could be the man to do the damage. Shock on the pad, that's straight. Umpire very quick to deny. Perhaps just sliding down the leg side.
Yeah, just on the angle, and the shot very quickly turned down. But again, first time he's been beaten, struck on the pads, great shot. And it's the nervous 90s, dare I say it.
Man on 95 then. Driving down the ground, moves to 96 to end the over. I dare say it. I'm beginning to feeling we might hit quite a big cheer if Patel does get over the line.
You're not curse the batsman, have you?
Well, no, I'm saying if. I could curse him. Opting not to, though. That'd be wrong. I feel like I'd never be allowed to go to Nepal if I did. Greenwood then. One shot away is Patel. Pandey, the last man to go. Kushal turns it to leg. Grabs a single. Moves one run closer. Jersey doing all the right things now, I'd say. Kaz, nothing really they could do on top of this to build any extra force moving forward, but they've played so well since the rain broke.
Yeah, absolutely, and definitely taking the momentum break with them. They've bowled in the right areas. They look sharp in the field, so it's great to see.
Confident punch off the back foot from Sheikh. He's looked a little bit calmer than Pandey, I'd say. Now, the long-on fielder has just called for Greenwood to pause. I think Birrell, maybe because he's mid-spell, slightly forgot he had to be in for this ball, or he's in it now mid-off. And the man on 97 drops it into the leg side.
Mid-off coming up, I think that's a little bit of a tempter for him to see if he's going to go over the top or whether he's still going to continue to stay in the process and pick up some singles.
Flick down towards fine leg. Could this be the moment for Kushal? It's running away towards the rope. Good start, well retrieved. And it will just be two. Brilliant work out there. Could that be the kind of moment that could maybe bring about a big moment? Who knows? Sometimes a good piece of fielding can just cause something to happen. Pushed into third man, there's no run. Kushal on 99. Patel has played magnificently today. And Greenwood, the bowler, right arm over, pauses in the run. Resets. Patel stands ready. Turns it into leg, and there it is. Brilliance from Patel. A terrific knock. The Nepalese fans are going berserk. And it's been a terrific show of shot making. So good off the back foot. Picking up on length so quickly, especially to the fast bowlers. And Patel has oozed class throughout his entire night. Yes, he was put down on 50. It was a tough chance. But he's a fan favourite. And some player is Kushal Patel. He moves to 100. And as you can see there, the Nepalese fans are loving it. Well, not for the main man.
Fantastic knot. Held it really well. that was impressive bowling, and he's been involved in a passage of play there for Jersey that have really brought the game and shifted the momentum back towards them. So it's been excellent from Nick Greenwood. Finished a spell there, bowling really well. Wondering whether now Benjamin Ward can get on in the action. 3 overs to pick up another couple of wickets. See how effective that googly is.
A slightly short ball that's guided to short third for no run. Be interested to hear your thoughts on what do you think the Nepal bowling outfit would have gained from watching this spell from Jersey. It's outside edge, just pause. Pershad, he does well to stop it, prevent a single.
Yeah, I think you know what we've seen in front of us for 42 overs is there's definitely pace in the pitch early doors with a new ball. I think the slower you bowl it in the second stage of the game, take some pace off with some quality pressure.
Slap down the ground, good hand on it from Ward. Now, just a quick reminder that because we got on just in time, we did avoid any overs being lost after the rain delay. Lunch was taken during it. The leading edge goes out to deep cover. And it's just been a terrific period of bowling here for Jersey. And just a reminder, Nepal at one point were 172 for 2 during the 35th over. And now, in the 43rd, they sit 204 for 6. And Ward is also a man that feels he might deserve an extra wicket or two. Lobbed up full outside the off stump. Brilliant diving stop. A little bit of body in the way action there from Brennan out in the deep. Really not easy out there, having had a chat with Carline, who spent a lot of his time out in the deep on the cover boundary. Brilliant stop this time from Brennan.
Yeah, fantastic bit of commitment on the boundary line. That's exactly what you want from a bowling perspective. If you can see your fielders diving out around for you to stop them crucial runs, that could be the difference between a match-winning couple of runs. So great bit of commitment on the boundary there.
That's what Jersey have done so well today, isn't it? Kept that pressure on through terrific ground fielding. And that catch from Jenner is a perfect example of how good they've been.
Yeah, the standards have been good. I've been really impressed. And equally, I can see Nepal doing the same. They're a fantastic fielding side. They've got some great individual people in there who are quick around inside the circle, and they will definitely put that pressure on.
Well, we're going to see Pershad then. Got 4 overs left. And is that caught behind? The umpire's given him another terrific piece of work behind the stumps from Jake Dunford. He hasn't put a single foot wrong today. He's done so much standing up to both pace and spin. And again, another brilliant take behind the stumps. And that was a ball that found the edge. Good change of bowling here. Charles Pershad, chuggy, in on the act. He gets his first of the day. And Nepal are struggling now at 206 for 7.
Fantastic bit of glove work that behind the stumps. He's looked quality all day. Outside edge. Don't think the batter was overly convinced that he had hit it. The late delay and the umpire giving it. But that was a fantastic delivery. And another wicket goes down. 206 for 7. Now, at the start of the 43rd over, 260 looks way off.
So Dunford, that's his second wicket contribution of the day. I don't think I'll forget his stumping down the leg side in a while off the bowling of Birrell. That was Isham Pandey who fell, but made it 177 for 4. That feels like a long time ago now as Nepal sits 7 down. at a score which, at the moment, Jersey would back themselves to chase. A rumble of thunder goes on from behind us. Karen Casey, the new batter, runs that away. And Dammy at the other end has had to sit and watch quite a lot happen from the other end. This time, batter blocks it out to cover. So I think has that spin bowling department for Nepal might just be licking their lips a little bit here as Pershad is in. And again, guided down to third. Not because of any distinct turn, but just because of how challenging it has looked for batters to get the spin away.
Yeah, absolutely. And experienced spinners like Sandeep Lemachani, he's bowled around the world, so he'll know exactly how to extract a little bit of spin, but also make it really difficult for the Jersey batters. And I'm sure the batters are also looking forward to playing against him. So that'll be an experience in itself. So, yeah, I think it's a good matchup.
Crunched out, long on. And it's Jenner to do the fielding. Judging by the massive cheer from the fans at deep mid-wicket now. I thought it was running away for four, but Jenner was right there.
I think it's a cheer per delivery per run.
Or just out the middle of the bat, I think. Sure draws a defence to finish. Another brilliant over for Jersey. And Nepal, their gradual collapse continues. And I don't think they'll be looking to really kick on now. I reckon they'll just be focusing on seeing out the remaining overs. They can make sure they face every single delivery on offer. That feels a little bit better than throwing the bat away and getting all out for a lower score.
Yeah, absolutely. And obviously from a cricket perspective, you want to bat all 50 overs. Yeah, you want to make sure that you've had your full allotted allocation and see how far you can get. And it's another chance just for somebody else to put the hand up towards the back end of the innings as a constant thunder rumbles behind us.
Well, I think I counted about 10 seconds between a small flash and a rumble. It's a flowing drive from Dammy. Hits Greenwood out of long off. Who we should mention, a terrific 10 overs from him. He started from the far end with 1 or 2 overs. Couldn't quite get it to work. And he finished his spell throughout from this end and bowled brilliantly. Ward bowls filled. Again, another good stop. Samaroa he's been in the wars in the covers. He's been very good in there too. Off the front foot there, guiding it to short third. Pershad with a tumbling stop. And now with just a handful of overs to go, Jersey are well in the driving seat. As Ward drops it short, a cut hits Jenner, who fields well. What do you think was more impressive, the stumping down the leg side or Jenner's catch running in?
Equally two different merited wickets and deserve recognition equally as much as possible. The electric movement down leg side from the keeper was fantastic, the awareness and the execution. But Jenna's perseverance, his ability to judge the length, ball coming out, the dive was 10 out of 10 for me.
Yeah, part of me thinks that, I mean, Jenna wasn't sprinting it, was he? He was
7 of 45, 5 overs to go now. Can they kick on? Can they kick on and see what they can get in the last 5 overs? Prashad coming in, just a last minute adjustment. Keeper not quite happy. Finally coming back inside the ring.
short ball from Prashad. Dab down, running back to the top of his mark almost. Just broken back into a walk though. Dammy plays it cautiously. And Jersey, a lot of happy faces out there, and why not? 213 for 7 from where Nepal could be, considering that also includes a world-class century at the top of the order from Kushal Patel. That one's been cracked over extra cover. It's taking a big skip and hop off the outfield. And a slide from Patrick Googe keeps it in. Brilliant work, and Birrell clears up the rest. It looks like, well, Googe ended up sliding miles over the rope. He did very well to keep it in, almost dragged it over with him.
Yeah, fantastic bit of fielding work, group fielding work there from Jersey, and a good cricket shot. I think maybe that's a sign. Maybe that's a sign. Things are starting to move as the field starts to spread back out again. Birrell coming back into mid-off, long off, sorry.
A huge swing. We're becoming very accustomed to watching the ball nestle into the gloves of Dunford.
I think you've still got to play smart cricket here. You've got a big breeze still coming across the ground. You cannot be hitting into the breeze with pace off. You know, that you're just asking for a wicket to be tumbling there. You've still got to hit long, strong shots as much as possible.
A push. KC runs out towards third man for a single. It's interesting tactic, Kasim, and I wonder whether you'd rather the two batters now with 4 and a bit overs to go be more aggressive. For sharp bowls, and it picks up off a length, and they can just get a single. A disgruntled Prashad picks up his jumper. And that is an end to the over. 217 for 7.
Yeah, with 24 balls to go now, I would like to see a great deal of intent come in. Wicket's still in the tent, not a problem. We've still got batters who can come on and hit the ball as much as possible. You know, if they can get up to that 250 mark, that's something they should be eyeing up. You know, hopefully the Jersey boys close out this innings and pick up 3 wickets as quickly as possible in the process. But it'll be interesting to see what this last 4 overs gives us. Where's your money?
I reckon Jersey might take a couple more here. There comes a big swing, and Dunford, you wouldn't believe it, he's put one down. Maybe it might have just taken a bit of bat on the way through, but it's always so tricky when the batter comes down the wicket and just beats the bat at about a Yorker length. Keeper's got to stay low, and Dunford just mishandles that one. A flashing cut shot goes out towards Brennan out at deep cover. So a single comes there. 219 for 7 now. Yeah, it's going to be, it's now that time when Nepal are going to think about really upping the rates, and they might give away a few chances, but they might maybe get lucky and get a few boundaries away.
Yeah, I'm still going to 260.
And that, I think, is a 4 down the ground. Brilliant shot from KC. Just as Kasim says 260 might be on the cards, a boundary comes his way.
Yeah, I'm edging that way towards 260. I still think they've got plenty in the tent left.
Dab down to third man, beats a diving Pashard. Cheer tells you the story. 4 more. And 227 for 7. Nepal is showing it. Just a couple of shots and they're back in this game. Knocking on the 250 door.
Got the nod of approval from the cameraman who's giving me the 260 as well. So yeah, I think we're there.
Well, I said a pretty bold shout at one point, didn't I? About under 250. That's 23 to go now to the 250 mark. That has gone really high. Fielder Good is coming in. This is going to take some catching. Caught!
That's a great catch.
Brilliant work from him. That's his second catch of the game. Went miles up into the sky. It was an almighty hit from KC. And he's now just motioning how long he had to wait and stare up into the white sky to take that catch. Brilliant catch from Gooch. 227 for 8. Karan goes for 13.
Yeah, danger man Karan there going for 13. Benjamin's picking up another wicket, 55 off his 9.4 overs, and that's his second wicket there. Deserved that really, really well. It's just about now whether they can close that as quickly as possible.
So another good wicket there for Ward. The new batter, number 25. He's one of their star bowlers, Sandeep Lamachani. I think by the look of the discussions going on in the middle there, I think Patrick Googe is motioning to how much the ball was swirling in the air.
Yeah, he's done well. He's kept his eye on it. A great little tip for youngsters who are watching the cricket. Judge it as late as possible. Movement slow. Get into position quite early and watch it all the way into the mitts.
Yeah, he's been top class out there. Not long ago, he did a brilliant diving stop. Covered a huge amount of ground out towards deep square leg. Pulled off a brilliant stop. Sandeep Lamachani in the long sleeves and the jumper. Waits for cuts off the back foot. Jenner picks up, thinks about a throw, but 227 for 8. Maybe, just maybe the 250 mark is a little bit harder to get over there. There was no one to back it up. 227 for 8. Maybe, just maybe the 250 mark is a little bit harder to get over there, Casey.
Yeah, my hopes were high when Karen Casey was in, and he was just starting to maneuver and loosen his shoulders up. Wicket at the right time for Jersey. 227 for 8. Sandeep can still hit. I mean, he's still got ability to hit the ball. We have a change of bowling coming in from the pavilion end, and it's your man again.
The big man. He was terrific with that new ball. He came back on in the middle overs, looked pretty menacing, but not quite as menacing as he did at the start of the day. But now he's back on it, and these kind of bowling changes are interesting. When there's pace on the ball, a bit of extra bounce, sometimes it flies away to the boundary. But this is one of their star bowlers who could make a big impact. He's having a big, loud discussion with Charles Burchard and the man at long on, Jonty Jenner, is now going to come in.
Yeah, and I'm sure he's got plenty of variation towards the back end of the game. It's be interesting to see how well he executes that.
Sandeep Lamajani has been beaten all ends up by a good delivery from Samaroa. And I was about to ask, what do you think Samaroa is going to be looking to bowl here now? He was getting a lot of success just on back of a length earlier on. Where are you looking to bowl at the death?
Look, traditionally, conventional death bowling is take the length away and bowl block all, or bowl Yorkers, bowl your bouncer, bowl your variation slow ball. What you don't want to be doing is giving length. And this is going to be very interesting between these two, because that was length with pace. And Sandeep's taken a whole kitchen sink at it.
It was a big old swing, wasn't it? And to be fair to him, if he connected, he'd have gone into the scoreboard. But Charles Burchard now having a little discussion with Samaroa, maybe a little hint. Third man's come fine. Short, and Sandeep backs away and can only pat it back to Samaroa. It's been brilliant bowling from him, even though he will probably only be able to fit in 2 overs before the end of this innings. He's bowled his 5.2. Or 5.4 now, I'm going to guess, just for 21 runs. He has found a little bit of success running the ball down to that area. Fine legs in the ring. All three men deep out leg side. Long off comes in the circle. Deep cover is out as well. Slapping shot up towards Long off and beats him. That's going to frustrate Bashar because it's just the man he brought up into the ring, and it's Greenwood out there who dived in vain.
Yeah, very good.
And he'll be gutted just on that final ball of a good spell of bowling. He finishes his 9 overs, 1 for 43. And Nepal getting ever close to that 250 mark, and that last boundary is a big bonus.
Yeah, absolutely. Momentum shift in the last ball. I think Pritchard was a little bit disappointed. Big diving spare from the man at mid-off. Would have been interesting to see how he gets on as we just start to flip over into the last over. And the rain, as you might be able to hear off the rooftop of our little hut over here, seems to be pounding down. But the umpires have decided they're having a little bit of a discussion out. Leg umpires coming up to the stumps.
It sounds heavier rain, doesn't it? We've heard a lot of the light drizzle today, but it sounds heavier. Looks heavier too. Back of a length from Samaroa. It's up in the air. It takes from catching with the rain falling. It drops in the gap. The chance at the keeper's end as they get back for 2. And there's just 5 balls left in this innings. It's such a tricky decision for the umpires as it begins to really pick up. Little shrug of the shoulders. With 5 balls left in the game, Samaroa seems pretty keen to get it done. He sets off quick.